Applejack, the element of honesty. And Arizona, the champion of the prairie. Living out in the country can teach you a lot of things, including being as strong and tough as possible. But which of these country girls learned the most? Find out now, because only one can survive in the arena of death. Years ago, there was a feud between two farmer families, the apples and the pears. But a stallion and a mare from these families ended up falling in love. Their names were Bright Mac and Pear Butter. When the pears moved away, Pear Butter stayed behind and married Bright Mac. Eventually, they had 3 kids. And their second-born child was destined to be a hero of Equestria. The element of honesty, Applejack. When she was a filly, Applejack originally wanted to live in a big city, but when she saw a sonic rain boom, she realized her place was on the farm. Thus, she earned her cutie mark. Applejack is a devoted workaholic. She works hard every single day, harvesting apples all over her super large farm. She has a DIY kit with tools such as a weed cutter that's able to cut through weeds that are made of magic. Applejack is also a master at using a lasso. She could even use it to catch clouds. There's also the power of the element of honesty, which allows her to fire a beam powerful enough to disintegrate enemies. Interesting fact, the element she wore to gain power turned out to just be an emblem. She had the power inside her the whole time. Her arsenal isn't all that big, but luckily, she is extremely strong. She can outrun and redirect an entire stampede, survive an 8-foot fall 4 times after each other, survive being in the middle of an avalanche, throw a hay barrel over 2 meters in the air, and even hold back Rainbow Dash, who is able to fly fast enough to break the sound barrier. This means she has enough strength to hold back with 36,793 pounds of force. She even can react fast enough to wrangle up 3 ponies at 192 kilometers an hour. But her greatest strength feat was stopping and throwing a boulder that weighs 800 pounds. Though, Applejack isn't perfect. She can be quite stubborn, and it's possible for her to push herself too far. Overall, Applejack is a mare who is incredibly athletic and strong. While she may not have a wide arsenal, this is one pony you don't want to mess with. When a call for a champion for cattle kind went out, the group made a ballad. It was announced that the selected winner was a calf named Arizona. Arizona is a young courageous cow, ready to dive into action. Unfortunately, her father, Texas, feared for her safety. It was only after Arizona beat him in combat that Texas would have allowed her to leave. Arizona is a rush-down fighter whose moveset is focused on strong but short-ranged attacks. She doesn't have a good range for her attacks, but she makes up for it by using her lasso. She is able to attack by kicking, stomping, headbutting, and more. She can even use magic to enhance her attack power. With this, she can stomp the ground so hard that it creates a tremor. This calf is even tough enough to take on an army of predators such as bears, wolves, snakes, and more. She even is able to keep up with fighters with manipulation over fire, ice, and dark magic. As tough as Arizona is, she still has flaws. She doesn't have all that much experience, and tends to jump into things without thinking. She can also be rather cocky and possibly underestimate her opponents. Overall, Arizona has incredible strength and is able to keep up with a wide variety of fighters. She is extremely skilled in close-ranged combat, but she's not all that good at fighting from a distance, and is cocky at times.
Mess with the cow, you get the horn. I reckon that does it. Whoa! And that's how we do it down here on the farm.
Whoa Nelly. Both fighters were highly skilled in combat, but Applejack's superior experience won the day. It's true that Arizona is slightly stronger, being able to create earthquakes, and faster, able to move at a speed that creates after images. Although, Applejack had the edge in pretty much everything else. Applejack had a wider variety of items to use in battle while Arizona only had her lasso. And the edge in experience was very clear. Applejack has around 20 years of it, while Arizona is only 1 year old. There's also the fact that Applejack had more options for ranged attacks. Finally, Applejack has battled deadlier foes than Arizona. Sure, most of the time, Applejack is accompanied by her friends while Arizona is alone, but Applejack still had more difficult battles. Arizona probably could have gotten the advantage if Applejack left an experience, arsenal, and skill won the day. Holy cow, that was bucking awesome. The winner is Applejack.